Welcome to the selection instrument for flight training called SIFT Test Prep Lesson Series. Before you start, make sure you have a pen and notebook ready so you can write down important tips and tricks that will help you prepare for the SIFT. For the best results, watch the video, complete the homework problems, and take the practice test. Try to score 80% or higher before moving on. So let's get started. In this lesson, we will learn how to find slope of a line, how to find equation of a line, how to find distance between 2 points, how to find midpoint of 2 points, how to solve algebraic equation, how to solve simultaneous equations, how to solve inequalities, how to solve exponents, how to solve absolute value equation, and how to do functions. So first we have finding the slope of a line. Now the slope of a line passing through x1, y1 and x2, y2 is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So here we have an example for you, which is find the slope of a line passing through 2, 5 and 0, 3. So 2 is x1, 5 is y1, 0 is x2 and 3 is y2. So the slope of a line is m equals y2 minus y1, which is 3 minus 5, over x2 minus x1, which is 0 minus 2. So 3 minus 5 gives us negative 2, and 0 minus 2 gives us negative 2. So negative 2 and negative 2 cancel each other out, and we are left with 1 over 1, which simplifies to 1. Here we have a practice problem for you. Make sure you pause the video and do the problem by yourself, and after you're done, you can match your answer with the ones that we got. Next, we have writing equations of line. To write an equation of line which has the slope 5 and goes through b equals negative 3. So now we know that an equation of line is y equals mx plus b, where m equals the slope and b is the y-intercept. So here the equation of line is y equals 5x as the slope is 5 minus 3 as the value of b is negative 3. Here we have a very similar practice problem that we just did. So make sure you pause the video and do the problem by yourself. And after you're done, you can match your answer with the answers that we got. Next we have find the distance between 2 points. The distance between 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is d equals square root of x2 minus x1 whole squared plus y2 minus y1 whole squared. So here we have an example problem, which is find the distance between 2 points 4, 7 and 1, 3. So the distance is square root of 1 minus 4 whole squared plus 3 minus 7 whole squared. So 1 minus 4 gives us negative 3 and 3 minus 7 gives us negative 4. So negative 3 whole squared gives us 9 and negative 4 whole squared gives us 16. The square root of 9 plus 16 equals to square root of 25, which is 5. Here we have a practice problem for you. Make sure you pause the video and do the problem by yourself. And after you're done, you can match your answer with the answer given here. Next we have find the midpoint of 2 points. So the midpoint of 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is simply m equals x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2 over 2. So here we have an example, which is the midpoint of 2 points 5, 11 and 1, 3. So midpoint equals 5 plus 1 over 2, comma 11 plus 3 over 2. So 5 plus 1 gives us 6, so 6 over 2 is 3, and 11 plus 3 gives us 14, 14 over 2 is 7. So the final answer is 3, 7. Here we have another practice problem for you. Make sure you pause the video and do the problem yourself, and after you're done, you can match your answer with the answers given here. Next, we have solving algebraic equation. So the example says solve the equation for a, 8a minus 3 equals 7a minus 33. So if we bring this negative 3 to this side, it becomes positive 3. And if we bring this positive 7a to this side, it becomes negative 7a. So 8a minus 7a gives us a, and negative 33 plus 3 gives us negative 30. Then we have another example, which is solve the equation for x. 8x minus 4 minus 5x equals 8. So if we add plus 4 to both sides, this negative 4 and this 4 will cancel each other out. We'll be left with 8x minus 5x, which is 3x, and 8 plus 4 is 12. Again, if we divide both sides by 3 to get the x alone, we will get x equals 3 times 4 gives us 12. So x equals 4. Here we have a practice problem for you. Make sure you pause the video and do the problem by yourself. If you feel like you need to replay the video, then replay the video, but don't forget to do the practice problems given in this video and match your answers with the answers that are given here. Next, we have solving algebraic equation. So the example says ax plus by equals d, solve for x. So ax plus by equals d. Now if we bring this positive by to this side, it becomes negative by. So that's ax equals d minus by. If we bring this a to this side, it will divide d minus by. So finally the answer will be x equals d minus by over a. Here we have a very similar practice problem. Make sure you pause the video, try to do the problems by yourself, and after you're done, don't forget to match your answers with the answers that we got. Next, we have another example, which is solving algebraic equation x squared plus 5x minus 14 equals 0, solve for x. So first, we need to do middle term again. So we know that the factors of 14 are 1, 2, 7, and 14. So now, if we subtract 2 from 7, we will get 5, and 7 times 2 gives us 14. So we will write it as x squared plus 7x minus 2x minus 14. Then we can take x common. It will become x parenthesis x plus 7 minus 2 parenthesis x plus 7 parenthesis closed. So we can write it as x plus 7 times x minus 2. Now it's either x plus 7 equals 0 or x minus 2 equals 0, as if the product of two terms equals 0, then at least one of the terms are 0 itself. So if x plus 7 equals 0, then x equals negative 7. And if x minus 2 equals 0, then x equals 2. Because if we bring this positive 7 to this side, it becomes negative 7. And if we bring this negative 2 to this side, it becomes positive 2. Here we have some practice problems for you. Make sure you pause the video and do the problem by yourself. And after you're done, you can always check if your answer is correct or not by matching it with the answers given here. Next, we have solving simultaneous equations. So solve for x. X plus y equals 5. 5x plus 3y equals 19. So we need to make at least one of the terms have the same coefficient as the other one. So we multiply first equation by 3 and subtract it from the second equation. So the first equation multiplied by 3 gives us 3x plus 3y equals 15. And we have to subtract it from the second equation, which is 5x plus 3y equals 19. So if we subtract this equation from this equation, all the signs of this equation will become negative. So that's negative 3x, negative 3y equals negative 15. So this positive 3y and negative 3y will cancel each other out as shown here. And we will only be left with 5x minus 3x, which gives us 2x. And 19 minus 15 gives us 4. So if we divide both sides by 2, we will be left with x equals 4 over 2, which equals to 2. Now we have got the value of x. If we just put this in the second equation, we will get 2 plus y equals 5. Now if we subtract 2 from both sides, we will be left with y equals 5 minus 2, which equals to 3. Now we have another solve for x. 3x plus 2y equals 1. Negative 4x minus 3y equals 3. So this time we turn this term and this term with the same coefficients, which is coefficient of 6. So we multiply first equation by 3 and second equation by 2 and then add. So if we multiply first equation by 3, we will get 3x plus 6y equals 3. And if we multiply second equation by 2, we will get negative 8x minus 6y equals 6. So positive 6y and negative 6y cancel each other out, and 9 minus 8 gives us 1, which is 1x. We simply write x, and 3 plus 6 gives us 9. So the value of x is 9, and from first equation, we can put the value of x, which is 3 times 9 plus twice y equals 1. Now 3 times 9 is 27. If we put this 27 to this side, it becomes negative 27. So twice y equals 1 minus 27. Again, twice y equals negative 26. And if we divide both sides by 2, we get y equals negative 26 over 2, which can be written as y equals negative 13, as 26 divided by 2 gives us 13. So we have some practice problem for you. Make sure you pause the video and do the problem by yourself. And after you're done, you can match your answer with the ones that we got. Next, we have solving inequalities. So the example is solve for x twice x minus 5 greater than 7. So if we add 5 to both sides, this 5 and this 5 cancel each other out. We are left with twice x greater than 7 plus 5, which is twice x greater than 12. Again, if we divide both sides by 2, we are left with x greater than 6, as 12 divided by 2 gives us 6. So the answer is x greater than 6. Next, we have solve for x negative 5x plus 8 smaller than or equal to 18. Now, in order to get rid of the plus 8, we have to subtract 8 from both sides. So we get negative 5x plus 8 minus 8 smaller than or equal to 18 minus 8. So this 8 and this 8 cancel each other out. So we are left with negative 5x, and 18 minus 8 gives us 10. Now we need to get the x alone. So we need to divide this side by negative 5. And if we divide this side by negative 5, then we need to divide this side by negative 5 too. And you have to remember that if we divide any number by a negative number on both sides of the inequality sign, the inequality sign flips. So negative 5x over 5 and 10 over negative 5 gives us x greater than or equal to negative 2, as the inequality sign flips. And this negative 5 and this negative 5 cancel each other out. And 10 divided by negative 5 gives us negative 2. So with that, the final answer is x greater than or equal to negative 2. Here we have a practice problem for you. Make sure you pause the video and do the problem by yourself. And after you're done, in order to see if you got it correct or not, you can always match your answer with the ones given here. Next, we have solving exponent. So the problem is solve for x 3 to the power of x equals 81. Now, in order to find the value of x, first we need to turn the base on both sides the same. So here we have a base of 3. Now, if we multiply 3 with 3, we get 9. Again, if we multiply 3 with 9, we get 27. And again, if we multiply 27 by 3, we get 3 times 7 is 21. We have 2 as carry. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So 81 can also be written as 3 to the power of 4. Now both the bases are same, so we can eliminate them, which gives us x equals 4. Similarly, we have solve for x 2 to the power of x plus 5 equals 128. Again, we need to turn 128 into something which is 2 to the power of. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. 64 times 2 gives us 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 6 is 12. So 2 to the power of 7 is 128. So now we can eliminate the base. So we are left with x plus 5 equals 7. If we bring 5 to this side, it becomes negative 5. So that's x equals 7 minus 5, which is x equals 2. Here we have another practice problem, and if you're struggling, you can always replay the video and see how it's done. But don't forget to practice by yourself and match your answers with the ones given here. Next, we have solving modulus equation. So the example says solve for x, modulus of x plus 2 equals 5. So if we have a modulus sign, we take it as positive, but if we get rid of the modulus sign, we do not know if it's positive or negative before. So we write it as x plus 2 equals 5 or negative parenthesis x plus 2 equals 5. So if x plus 2 equals 5, we add negative 2 to both sides, so we're left with x plus 5 minus 2, which gives us x equals 3. And if we take negative parenthesis x plus 2 equals 5, we are left with negative x, negative 2 equals 5. So negative x equals 5 plus 2 if we bring this 2 to this side. And negative x equals 7, but we need the value of positive x. So we put this negative sign before 7. So we will get x equals negative 7. Here we have a practice problem for you. Make sure you pause the video and do the problem yourself. And after you're done, don't forget to check if you got the correct answer or not by matching your answer with the answers that we got. Lastly, we have functions. So if f of x equals 5x squared plus 3, find f of 4. So in order to find f of 4, just put 4 in the place of x. So f of 4 equals 5 times 4 squared plus 3. Now 4 squared is 16. So 16 times 5 is 5 times 6 is 30. We have 3 as carry. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. So that's 80. So 80 plus 3 is simply 83. Here we have a practice problem for you. Make sure you pause the video and do the problem yourself. And after you're done, don't forget to check if you got the correct answer or not by matching your answer with the answers that we got. Remember to watch the video, complete the homework problems, and take the practice test before moving on to the next lesson. With consistent practice and preparation, you will be ready to succeed on the SIFT.